It's Chris with Chipper LLC Traders and Equipment. This is our Boruite BRT50T610 log splitter, and it's shown with a 6-way wedge right now. It's about a 24-inch oak round that we're splitting. It's also available with a 4-way and a single wedge. These are all included standard. So this is going to be our best price to be able to get you a splitter with hydraulic log lift, able to run a 4-way and 6-way with a table grate. This one has manual wedge adjustment, which we'll show later, but hydraulic log lift. It has a 14 horsepower Kohler engine, but for those wanting to save a little money, you can also get it with a 15 horsepower Lifan engine. It features a 5-inch cylinder and a 23-gallon pump. It has about an 11.5 second cycle time with that 5-inch cylinder, producing about 34 tons of splitting force. Or you can also get it with a 4-inch cylinder, but with the 4-inch cylinder, you're going to drop down to about 25 tons of split force, but you do increase that speed from 11.5 seconds to about 9 seconds cycle time. And then we're now going to demonstrate it with that bigger 30-inch round, which is going to be about the limit, for what you'd be able to do with this, with the log lift on here. And what you can see is actually, even with that, it's about a 32-inch round. So with that 32-inch round, the log lift is capable, but there's not enough counterweight of machine. So what you'll see is actually them lifting it, letting it tilt the machine a little bit, and then I'm just going to roll it up on there, and it's kind of half log lift and half man lift here. But just want to get that up there so we can demonstrate. But as you can see, this is a pretty big piece of wood. So anything less than that, it's going to handle that just fine. And see here, plenty of splitting force. So see, what you can see is what I'm kind of realizing here is I really have that wedge set too high. So it basically just has like a like compression on the side that you just, it's kind of like a set screw, like a large set screw essentially is what you're doing. So you got one on each side. Loosen those up. Now it's where it's free, and generally what you want to do, in my experience, I've done a lot of commercial firewood, is really just, you don't really want to mess around with that wedge height too much. You kind of set it for like where the right size pieces are coming off the bottom, and then if you have a really big piece, then the stuff that comes off the top, well, that's going to have to get resplit anyway. So you just really want it set up for those right size pieces coming off the bottom. But like as I said, when we originally set it up, I just set that height just a little bit too high, and so now we can go on and finish splitting this out. So this is going to have the table grate on there to catch your resplits, so you can pass them back through without having to bend down and get them off the ground. The table grate is removable. The tow hitch in the front is also removable, so if you're going to leave it somewhere where you're worried about theft, you can take that hitch off. And then also just for long term, it's better to take it off. You might like with the pieces falling or something could fall and hit your hitch. And this thing, like I said, is going to have a 4-way and a single split, also the included standard. We're just showing it with a 6-way to kind of give it that maximum workout. So kind of showing some bigger pieces and using the 6-way. If you've got some harder to split stuff, then you can use the 4-way or the single split. But this video is just trying to show you the capabilities of the loader. And as we finish this out, reminder, it's available with standard with 14 horsepower Kohler, but if you're looking to save a little money, we can also do it with the 15 horsepower Lifan motor. It's going to have a 23, and there's a good example right now, strong enough that if you look, we double stacked that. So that's actually 2 pieces of wood thrown on there at the same time. So the push block and the wedge is big enough that you can even do 2 at once. So showing the single wedge and the 4-way wedge, and as I said, available at chipperllcsales.com. And this is going to be your, best, cheapest you're going to get with hydraulic log lift, ability to run a 2-way, 4-way, and 6-way, and 23 GPM and 11.5 second cycle time. All around good production available in this splitter. Thank you.